Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fatherhood, the best father's rights platform on the internet, on social media. Hell, I go as far as to say in the world. Why do I say that? Because my thing is, I'm giving you information, giving people information, men and women, how to secure their kids long term, before the action, before bad things happen, before they lose possession of them. Look, I've been through the ringer already. I've secured my sons through my oldest sons through a marriage and divorce, and I raised them as the primary parent, and I have my youngest and third son as a 50-50 joint physical timeshare, week on, week off with his mom. That's right. So listen, if I can be successful, you can be successful as well. But you have to get out of your own way and actually be open to receive information that you've never heard of before. The system's not going to teach you this, but that's what I'm here for. So check it out. I made a video last week, a couple weeks or so ago, and I was basically talking about how being a father's rights advocate sucks. It's rewarding because I can get to share my information and be able to help help people be able to avoid situations for those that want to hear it. But it's so hard to get to people that live with rose-petaled sunglasses on. They just waltz around, but these ain't rose-petaled. They just waltz around like, oh, everything's sweet between me and her. Everything's sweet between me and him. La, 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 la. Not prepared for when things go awry. Okay? And normally things do. That's just the ones and twos about it. But I want to talk to you about that. Sorry, this is a long intro. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. Let's get to it. Okay, so before we hop into the video, I would like to thank my new subscribers. Yeah, man, your boy got a flaming YouTube short out there. It was a YouTube short I made yesterday about Journey Smollett, and in her situation where her ex-husband is trying to get more money out of her from her retirement and stuff like that. I made a YouTube short about that, stating should she have to pay him, the ex-husband. And I'm getting a lot of response, and that video had got about 10, 11,000 views in a day. So your boy got some new subscribers, so I want to welcome those new subscribers to this platform. Listen, to those people, listen, this is not a pro-man or pro-woman platform here. This is a pro-child being able to have both parents in their lives equally growing up. It doesn't matter if the parents are together or not. It is pro-child. I believe if both parents are raised up equally by mother and father, good mother and father, then guess what? That child will be healthy mentally and be able to grow into be the best version of themselves as an adult. Okay? All right. That's what I'm here for, and I'm here to give people strategic ways how to make that happen. Ways in which the system is not going to tell you. All right, so enough on that. So if you get any value out of this video or anything on this platform, any YouTube shorts or any other videos, feel free to join the platform, because trust me, you're not going to hear anything else on any other platform. Unless they got it from here. Let's get into it. I want to share this story with you guys. I just want to let you guys know, I'm piggybacking off. I made a video a few weeks ago about it sucks being a father's rights advocate. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it really does. At times it does, because I'm in these groups and stuff, these social media groups, and I try to educate fathers, husbands, fathers, what I'm saying? It's just like, in general, like how to navigate and how not to make mistakes and how to see signs and things to do to make sure they don't lose custody. But, you'd be surprised, man, how much I get attacked and stuff and saying like, oh, you're just mad your marriage didn't work and this and that, as if I got divorced yesterday. Like, nah, I got divorced 2006, almost 2 decades ago. And me and my ex-wife are on great terms together, and she's actually thanked me for how I raised up our sons into boys, my oldest 2 sons. So I don't want to hear that. And I have a great relationship with my youngest son's mom that through an unaware situation. But they just want to throw stones and just deflect instead of trying to listen to the information that I'm giving them. And then they'll realize that, oh, shoot, this fathead joker actually, when it actually hits them, they'll be like, oh, this fathead joker actually was talking some real. But it's going to be probably too late for them, It's like what Maya Angelou said: prepare for the worst, but expect the best. Why not? Okay, so listen, I said it sucks, but I want to give you an example of how much it sucks. I do. I want to give you an example. Okay, so I have people in my life, right? I have brothers, I have friends, and I have associates. I got a buddy, and he actually got a divorce long before me. He's older than me. He got a divorce, and he doesn't have the relationship. Wasn't able to raise his 3 sons that he had via a marriage. The mother manipulated the boys, and did all type of tactics to get favor and get custody of the kids. So he didn't have that bond and raising them up into men. So even though they're all men and they're healthy and everything, I don't believe that in general it could be the same if my kids were raised up by their mom. That I don't believe they're the best versions of themselves, because he's a real good dude. So anyway, one of his sons, I believe it's the youngest son, adult son, had a child. Okay, right? But the child was on the way, but they weren't married. Right? Him and his girlfriend weren't married. So my buddy, I'm going to name him Robert. His name isn't Robert, but I'm going to be Robert for this video. I spoke to him and I was like, hey, listen. Hey, bro. Hey, he understands my situation. He knows what I does. He understands my position. He knows that I've cracked the code on this equality and father's rights thing. He knows I have a platform and everything else. So I hit him up and I was like, I called him and I say, hey, I actually called him first and we spoke. And I was like, hey, listen, your son's coming up. Your grandson is due in a few months, this and that. So, and I spoke to him. I'm like, listen, to make sure that he secures his son in case they break up, which he should really do anyway, that he should establish paternity and get a joint custody agreement as soon as the child is born. Not wait until something happens, break up, and now he's fighting for custody. That's one of the clues. That's one of the secrets, the hidden secret that unwed fathers don't do. I want to say an obligation, but it's their right to do so, but nobody teaches them to do that. That's what I'm here for, to be able to spread the information. So I talked to him about it. He said, okay, I'm going to talk to him about it. They end up having it. The grandson's born. So I see something on Facebook and I'd be like, oh, okay, he had the child today, so he got a grandbaby. So I shot him a text, right? I say, and I'm reading it verbatim, all right? I say, just saw the post of your grandbaby. You're gonna have your son hit me up so I can inform him how he can maintain equal custody if him and his girl ever break up. It's been 3 months, bro. I'm sorry. So this was actually after. It's been 3 months after the child was 3 months. The process could have been done already, as far as establishing paternity and having a joint custody agreement. Don't let what happened to you happen to your son. He could call me anytime. Just send him my number. So I had spoke to him several times about it. So then he had posted up a picture 3 months after, when his grandson was 3 months. So I liked the picture, and then I actually sent him that. Just let him know I saw the picture, whatever. So he decided to say, I talked to him, you know how that goes. So immediately it just crushed me inside a little bit. So basically he's saying he went to his son and told his son what he needed to do, but his son, just like most fathers, will be like, oh, I don't need to hear that. Oh, that's information I don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? What up, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to enjoy my child, this and that. That's the problem I run into. So, of course, he didn't want to make his son upset and all this type of stuff because, hell, he didn't even raise his sons to the degree to which he should have, physically, because of the mom, dominated that. So he just like, hey, you know how that goes. But he actually told him. Now, see, what's likely to happen, I'm not wishing any ill will, I hope it doesn't, but what's likely to happen, that these young 20-some-year-olds that just had a child won't stay together, and she's going to debo the child while he's going to go to court and then fight for custody. When he can actually establish paternity and get a joint custody agreement now while things are sweet. So if they ever do break up, he already has the custody in hand, equal physical custody in hand. Equal. if when specified in the joint custody agreement. That's the thing, guys. You have to be proactive. Not to say you want things to happen, but we have insurance on our cars, our possessions. We have life insurance. We have all these insurances, but we don't have insurance on the custody of our children when we know that's problematic in this country. Matter of fact, it's problematic in this world. Okay? It hurts me to actually see that, because the sons don't want to hear it from the dad. And the dad's not gonna push the issue. I'm gonna tell you one thing, my sons won't have to go through that, because I'm already instilling in them that, hey, this is how to move and this is how to maneuver. Okay? For one thing, I got a 20-year-old son that don't have any children. I got a 22-year-old son that's about to turn 23 that doesn't have any children. Because I'm also teaching them not to go out there and dropping seed in women like they're freaking crazy. That's another part of fatherhood that's missing, in parenting in general. Heaven forbid you can't have sex without painting up the walls. That's ridiculous, but that's another story. I'll get on that later. Self-control. Ticking me the hell off. Listen, I'm just going to put the message out there, and guess what? These kids, these young adults, these older adults, you lose your kids, it's on you, because if you hear this before it becomes a problem and it still happens to you, you don't deserve your children. You better freaking doggone understand, lock in, and protect those that are around you. Listen, we all know fathers out there that haven't established paternity, that are unwed, that haven't established paternity, got a joint custody agreement. I don't give a damn about signing a birth certificate. That's just a small little inkling of the situation. That is, signing a birth certificate does not give a father, an unwed father, equal rights, custody rights to the child. Don't believe it? I'll put it up here on the screen. Go ahead and read it. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. They're programming us thinking, oh, well, I signed the birth certificate. I'm the dad. I'm the dad. That only puts you on the hook, as an unwed father, puts you on the hook for finances. Period, point blank. Does not offer you custody rights. So you have to handle your business. You think one little signature is all you got to do for a doggone child? You secure custody of a child as an unwed father? No. The mother is automatically the custodial parent when an unwed mother has a child. The father has to have paperwork behind that, the unwed father. Now, if you're married, you already have equal custody via the dreaded marriage certificate. That's the only benefit of the marriage certificate, if you ask me. But married fathers still get finessed out of it because they make mistakes in the divorce process and separation process that put them behind the power curve. And I got information on that too. The 5 flawless fatherhood factors for husbands. But listen, I just want to show you guys, that's how difficult it is. I can give the information to someone and they can give it to their son, and their son just don't want to hear it. But it'll come a day later when he'll be like, damn. Now the granddad and granddad won't have access to the grandchild because the dad didn't handle his business on the front end. My mother and my father, my younger son's grandparents, don't have to worry about, hey, when are we gonna get to see the child again? When are you gonna get you know why? Because they know when I have my youngest son. I have him this Wednesday to Wednesday. His mom has him next Wednesday to Wednesday. So they know. They don't have to wait a month, 2 or 3, or whenever the baby mama wants or feels like she wants to doggone let me get him so then I can give him to them. What a way to live. Listen, again, for those that are already been through the gamut, you understand what I'm talking about. For you to have it, you better get your heads out your butt or else you're going to get gutted. This is where it's at, flawless fatherhood. Where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Listen, you better save your child's life and not leave them in the sole custody of the mother. Secure your equal parenting timeshare even before you have a breakup is what you're supposed to do, but they won't tell you to do. Let's go. Like, comment, and subscribe.